Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of But Make It Shakespeare, the unofficial series that I have on this channel, where we take classic, contemporary IPs and read them aloud based on something that somebody else wrote. In this case, it is Ian Dosher's Much Ado About Mean Girls. I've gone through this and I picked out the iconic moments from the 2004 film, and today we're just gonna kind of go through and act them out, see how they would sound in a Shakespearean tongue. But before we get into that, I just want to say thank you again to my 2,100 subscribers. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you liked the Wildcat video that I sent out into the world last week. If you have any other ideas for videos, please write them in comments, send me messages, whatever you can. I like to hear input from people, and if the topic just so happens to interest me, I will do the research. I will make the video. So please go ahead and send me your ideas. I would like to hear from you. So we start in Act 1, Scene 2, the first lunchtime scene. Me just by myself as Katie. I have accoutrements for the other characters. The second day I come as sojourner, still shaken, if I were to tell the truth. So then she goes and sits down with Janice and Damien. Well, for the nonce, I still shall thee caddy, that thou mayst carry all thy fondest hopes. Okay, and then all of the plastics enter. Behold, within the name that's all that's holy, the clothes that Karen Smith doth wear today. 'Tis fitting that the plastics share one class to emphasize their physical perfection. The teenage royalty who rule the school, ere reigning underneath malicious crowns. If North Shore High School were a magazine, they'd grace the cover with their regal splendor. Behold, the one with visage blank and dim, 'tis Karen Smith, a lass of little wit. The dumbest person thou shalt ever meet. Last year, kind Damien sat next to her in English class and bore her foolishness. The lass hath asked me how to orange spell. The thinnest one is Gretchen Wiener's eye, with hair most dark and darker spirit will. The lass is rich. Her father did invent the toaster strudel, which the masses love. She is a horrid gossip, who doth make it her vocation and amusement to know everything of everyone she meets. 'Tis, peradventure, why her hair is large, the secret she doth carry in her pate. The worst, pure evil in human form, is she, Regina George, of beauty rare. Be thou not fooled by the lady's looks. She may appear a simple, selfish lass with reputation for her wantonness, who would stab e'en her mother in the back, yet in reality she is far more. Of bees the queen, of prides the lioness, of empires empress, and of states the head. The others are but workers in her scheme. Okay, we're gonna skip ahead a bit so Jason comes in. I beg thee, pardon this mine interruption. Wilt thou engage with some few questions, which I ask of all new students at the school? I shall. Say, is thy muffin buttered well? What? Shall I find a helpful volunteer who would most gladly butter up thy muffin? Doth this rascal pester flee? I bid thee, Jason, wherefore art thou skis? Nay, merely am I friendly, and no skis. Wouldst thou have intercourse with this foul lad? Nay, thanks to thee, though, for the offer. See? Now, tell me, wherefore do I know thee not? Unto the schoolhouse I am newly come. My family and I arrived from Afric, where I was brought up, lo, these many years. From Afric, didst thou say? Such was my word. The words thou speakest strangers still become. My mother was a schoolmarm unto me. Nay, to be homeschooled is nothing new. I know the term, I'm not daft or dumb. What doth perplex is thus. Hast thou ne'er been a student at a real school heretofore? Shut up thy mouth while I exclaim, shut it! I did not speak. A homeschool student, eh? 'Tis very fascinating, verily. My thanks. Okay, now we're jumping ahead to when they all look at the burn book for the first time. This is thy room, palatial and ornate, with princess writ in gold upon the wall, or where thou sleepest on thy silken sheets. It once belonged unto my parents, too, until I forced them to trade with me. Let us play station 98.8. Dost thou, young Katie, come from Africa, know who doth sing this song of lutes and lyrics? Mayhap the girls of spice? Ha! She is sweet, her innocence is brighter than the sun, like one who cometh from the planet Mars. She knoweth little of our earthly customs. By heaven, I do remember this. Was ever book containing such vile matter so barely bound? Not since forever have I thought about that book upon thy shelf. I'm running out of hats. Okay, this is gonna be Gretchen Wieners. Come hither, Katie. Feast thine eyes on this. This called our burn book, wherein we do take the images of lasses from the yearbook we have cut from the page with simple snip and writ our honest comments thereupon. Here's one entry from a bygone year. Trang Pak is a grotsky little biatch. 'Tis true unto today. Don Schweitzer is a virgin maid of massive girth, forsooth. 'Tis true, at least by half. Such wit. One Amber of the House de Lacio was wont to practice kissing on a hot dog. And this one simply, Janice Ian Dyke. Alas, my friend is slandered here in ink. Poor Janice, so abused. Oh, my heart bleeds to think, oh, the teen that they have turned her to. Who is that in the picture next to her? Methinks he is a lad called Damien. His gaiety doth overwhelm his sense. 'Tis humorous indeed, write it therein. How quickly I betray him with these words, which Janice uttered as a jest before. Belike such speech is only suitable when spoken by a worthy friend like Janice. Anon, I'll tell my friends what I have seen. This burn book tactless, filled with spirit mean. Okay, so now we're skipping ahead to when they come up with a plan to destroy Regina George. A friend to watch a scary movie with, whilst all around us people celebrate All Hallows Eve with fear and horrid masks. The perfect night, as Damien and I sit here as merrily as the day is long. Alas, the zombie from the film doth live! Regina hath ta'en Aaron back e'en now, then showed what perfect kisses they have formed. Poor Caddy. Wherefore would she take him back? The lady is a ruiner of lives. 'Tis what she doth, a calling she doth follow. When we were doth 13, she forced our class to sign a false petition to declare that our fair Janice was none other than... Nay, Damien, speak not. The vixen shall be forbidden to ply her villainy. Is she not proven in the height a villain that slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman? We must take action. Must we? Follow on. Regina George, an evil dictator, how doth a state o'erthrow such tyranny? Cut off her plentiful resources, yea. Regina would be naught without her men. Each one high status, handsome in the height, we shall her Aaron welcome to our side. Her body, technically a perfect thing, shall soon become a liability. Her band of loyal skanky followers anon shall turn to fervent enemies. Good Caddy, if thou wouldst see this future, thou must approach them in the guise of friendship, like nothing were awry twixt her and thee. Canst thou accomplish this? Art strong enow? I shall, to take my justified revenge. Let us, then, turn the hag's world upside down. Okay, and now we're jumping ahead a little bit further to, everybody's favorite. Ho, ho, ho! Candygrams for all and each! Be swift, I bid thee, learning is afoot. Behold, I have 2 for Taylor Zimmerman, Glen Coco, 4 for thee, thou art well liked. And Caddy Heron, is she in this class? Katie, I have one for thee, and none for Gretchen Wieners verily. Okay, and now we're gonna do the famous stab Caesar. We study Caesar and his mighty acts. I'll lay him low. For who is Caesar, eh? And wherefore should great Caesar be allowed to stomp and lumber like a giant brute, whilst we do hide from his enormous feet, attempting fearfully to stay unscathed? Whence cometh all the honors he hath earned? Consider Brutus. Is he not as fine, as smart, as likable as Caesar too? When did it happen that every single person became the boss of everyone around? 'Tis not what our proud Rome doth stand for, nay, we should therefore stab Caesar! Stab, and let his blood flow down in righteous streams. 'Tis plain that Gretchen Wieners hath been cracked. Oh, Katie, if thou only knewest how vile, how reprehensible, how knavish, and how horrible Regina truly is! Thou knowest I may not hoop earrings wear? 'Twas 2 full years ago she did declare hoop earrings as her purview only, yea, the boundary circular of her domain. Ne'er more would I be sanctioned in the wearing. When I, for Hanukkah, received a pair from my dear parents, white gold hoops were they, expensive in the buying, priceless in the giving, generous, yet 'twas my lot to act as though I could not stand the things. She took the ring of me. I'll none of it, but must contest her wickedness anon. Knowest thou she cheateth frequently on Aaron, doth make him cuckold for another's lust? Each Thursday, when he thinks she is engaged in preparation for the SAT, she earns him horns by being horny with Shane Omen, or in the projections room, which sits above the auditorium. Ne'er have I shared this secret with a soul, because I am, I grant, a perfect friend. Yet a knowledge of it nearly makes me burst, for Aaron is, in sooth, an innocent man. If there's a chance of resurrecting love, I'm not above returning to the start, to find out where a heartache did begin. Thou hast put thy trust in me. In faith, I'll prove a better friend than she. Okay, I think that's all we're gonna be doing for this video. Sorry that there was no resolution, but, I feel like I didn't have enough costumes, first of all, but also, we all know how the story ends. Just don't be a bitch to your friends, and everything will be okay. And as long as we can all acknowledge our own meanness, but learn from it, you've seen the movie, I don't need to preach it. Well, if you liked this content, please hit the like button and hit the subscription bell down below. It'd be really cool to see you again. Like, really cool. And alright, this is Dustin signing off, but only for now.